forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether you're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
From the 41, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
A second down throw for Prescott. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Prescott, and he finds Cook. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Prescott now. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jared Cook scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Just how they wanted to start this one, in the end zone on their first possession.
And that just happened. How about that play right there? As you said, opening possession, setting the tone for everything. Now I'm going to look forward a little bit now because everyone should be celebrating his catch in the end zone. The tight end gets a little bit of love. If you're a receiver on the team, you should be thinking to yourself, boy, oh boy, things are going to open up the rest of the game if they have to focus on him as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Sit. Hey, 0. Slant.
Now it's Hines. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
No. Good job right there.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go play action with Wilson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Four down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Shakes off the sack. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's go. Pick it up, G. Mike spot 9.
Now it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Check nickel.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott from the gun. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You better be afraid of me.
On the ground, this is Williams. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Looking to throw. Prescott trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. That'll be complete to Cook. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Going up top for Miller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Touchdown, Packers! Anthony Miller, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Check 26, check 26, check 99, check 99.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check back, check back. Go.
They run with Hines. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check, 59.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Gun. Let's go, right here. Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike is 59. Got it. 59.
Here's Wilson. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the counter, here's Williams. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Prescott yet again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. This to make it a 2-score game. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The kick by McManus is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. A throw over the middle taken in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Prescott to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Let's go. Do it.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Jamal Williams. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Prescott now. And he finds Clark. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus's point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go. Here we go. Mike 50. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 5. 25 seconds remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up first and 10.
Ready? Watch time. Tight end run. Hey, you got 3 down.
Wilson to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 35.
Here we go.
It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. One last shot for Wilson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Anthony Miller finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I had given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk